guys, real quick video today. I'm trying it without the fancy microphone too, just to see how much the audio quality suffers. Week 4, 2016 season, the New York Giants are coming to US Bank Stadium for Monday Night Football, and I'm excited. Just a couple quick thoughts to share on the game. One, you will hear a lot if you're watching or reading things about this game that Eli Manning has a poor record against the Vikings, and it's true. Some people say he has a 3-5 record against the Vikings. It's actually 2-5. It's 3-5 with him on the team, but 2-5 with him starting. That third victory was quarterbacked by none other than Kurt Warner back in 2004. Yeah, I totally forgot Kurt Warner was a Giant. I remember his winning the Super Bowl with the Rams and going to the Super Bowl with the Cardinals, but he spent 1 year as a Giant in 2004 and mentored Eli Manning, which is maybe part of what makes Eli Manning as good as he is today. Kurt Warner Hall of Fame. Kurt Warner for Hall of Fame. That's what I think. Anyway, the Giants. So here's what's going on with the Giants. Their defense was not so good last year. They spent a bunch of money in free agency to try to make it better, and it doesn't seem to quite be gelling yet. The secondary's got a lot of injuries in it, and the linebackers are not so good, so I'm looking for a lot of short to intermediate to long passing by the Vikings in this game. Hopefully that passing game's going to come alive and look more like it did in Green Bay than it did in weeks 1 and 3. So look for a lot of passing yards. Hopefully, if the Vikings are to have success on offense, sort of hoping the Vikings offense comes alive this week. Their defensive line, however, is better than the other areas of their defense. They spent a lot of money there, and they're getting good pressure and getting close to the quarterback a lot through the first 3 weeks. Now, Minnesota's offensive line has not done amazing so far this year. Admirable effort, but just bottom 2 or 3 performances in the league so far this year as an offensive line for blocking. So watch for Minnesota to try to get rid of the ball quickly. That's what I think they need to do to avoid Sam Bradford getting planted by that Giants defensive line. I've been over at bigblueview.com reading about some of the Giants fans' opinions, and they seem to think that the defensive line is going to come alive and get lots of sacks. So hopefully that doesn't come true. Watch out for that. Okay, as I was saying, I was over at bigblueview.com. It's a Giants fan site, reading some of their opinions about how they felt about the game, and they look for the defensive line to come alive. They're also looking for their wide receivers to perform very well. The Giants recently lost Shane Vereen as running back for the year, and I think their backup guy Jennings is partial participant in practice, and so they don't know if he's going to go. So the running game is a question mark. But the passing game, right, good Eli Manning is a very dangerous quarterback, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. However, bad Eli Manning is can kill a team single-handedly, and he's done that against the Vikings many times. He's thrown 5 touchdowns to Vikings and 5 touchdowns to Giants in his 7 games against the Vikings in his career. So look for a pick 6, hopefully by the Vikings on Monday night. Now, they've got Odell Beckham Jr., Victor Cruz, and Sterling Shepard. And the fans of the Giants are really excited about this Sterling Shepard guy, young guy, great hands, quick after the catch. They're saying watch out for him. Xavier Rhodes is a good cornerback for the Vikings. He ought to be able to slow down Odell Beckham Jr., shut down Cruz, Trey Waynes, Terrence Newman, Captain Munnerlyn, other cornerbacks for the Vikings ought to be able to stop or slow some of those receivers. But they said watch out for Sterling Shepard. He's going to create a lot of mismatches. But I do think that the Giants fans are underestimating that Vikings back 7. Barr and Kendricks are quick enough to keep up with wide receivers on short routes. Trey Waynes is very fast. Xavier Rhodes is very strong, good shutdown cornerback. And Harrison Smith, if he's not afraid of a running game and he's not afraid of a quarterback running the ball, like Eli Manning will not, because he's a statue of a quarterback, he's going to feel free to pop receivers right after they catch the ball and instill a little fear too. So it's a good test, I think, for the Vikings back 7, those 3 wide receivers, but I'm not so worried about it when the Giants' offense hasn't really gotten on track that well this year and their running game is not posing much of a threat. So on paper, from the Giants' perspective, a Giants fan perspective, this could be a close game. It could be an interesting game. But as a Vikings fan myself, knowing the game is at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, a Monday Night Football where Mike Zimmer's well-coached and disciplined team has done better in primetime than it has done in the past, I'm looking for a big win, a convincing win, somewhat of a blowout. My prediction is going to be, I'm going to give a range. I'm going to say the Giants get 10 or 13 or 16 points, and I'm going to say the Vikings get somewhere in that 30 to 36 range points. I'm looking for a convincing 30-something to low teens kind of scoring game. So we'll see what happens, but that's my prediction. And Skol Vikings, see you next time. Betsy, the Vikings and the Giants are playing this week, Monday Night Football. I think the Vikings are going to win. Do you?
Totally!
What score do you think is going to be the last score of the game? What will be the final score?
200?
The Vikings get 200? And how many did the Giants get?
5.
Perfect. Thank you.